Last time on The Great Ace Attorney 2.
Do enjoy Sherlock Sholmes' latest logic and reasoning spectacular. Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clearly, he's a German, as evidenced by the Germanic song he sings. Why is the man here at all? And in such apparently high spirits.
Yeah, so high, in fact, he's had to take a little nap.
Weekend at Bernie's style, yes.
I feel like his spirits are high because they've left his body.
Right.
A number of years ago now, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged my services in solving a particularly delicate case. He also arrived at my office in a mask. The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund von Ornstein, the King of Germany. It would appear that you've allowed yourself to be bribed into silence by His Royal Highness.
Oh, wow, Hurley, is this what you think of me?
What is this secret you strive to hide? You're attempting to abscond with the handle of my favorite coffee cup, which leads us to the sad truth. My favorite coffee cup has been broken by the King of Germany!
I think there's bigger things at stake than your coffee cup, mate.
But it is now a simple matter to determine our guest's true identity. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh,
it's Professor Makotoba. What? No, wait, who could have foreseen this?
Father! Oh, dear.
I'm afraid, Miss Susato, you must be mistaken.
No, I think not, Mr. Sholmes.
The reason for your muteness is concealed inside that metal chest.
It's kept locked at all times. Yet now, the catch is open. Evidently, this has something to do with your refusal to speak, Iris. But it's a simple enough matter to incite you to speak, I'm sure. Here we go.
No!
Oh my God! An admirable performance, Mr. Naruhodo. But in the final act of the show there, you rather missed everything of importance.
What happened to my coffee cup?
Oh!
I think it's going to be that somehow, guys.
Sneaky.
Do you think?
Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and... What's the other thing that we do, everybody?
Let me
Get
think.
distracted.
That's true. What else?
Oh! Wait, do the voices.
That's the one.
Oh,
Where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah!
That's right, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
And my cat has just run upstairs like a speeding bullet. Just having zoomies.
Indeed. It wasn't distracting at all. And just before we hop on back into the game, if you do find yourself enjoying what you see today, why don't you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell. And if you want to go beyond and do us a real favor with the algorithm, then why don't you watch some of our other content? We've got plenty of stuff to watch. Tell your friends. Whatever, I don't know.
Pete, are you telling them how to go even further beyond?
I am suggesting.
Uh-oh. He's gone Super Saiyan. Go Super Saiyan, guys.
But be careful that you don't give yourselves an aneurysm.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
So you mean this autopsy report really is...
Oh, boy. Yes. I took it from the lab, even though I knew it was very important. Is there something in it that troubled you, Iris?
Yes, it said John Wilson is dead.
No, he did the autopsy.
Oh my
didn't
God,
he?
could you imagine if she knew from the beginning?
I don't know. I feel like she might have been able to deduce it on account of the fact that every time that John Wilson comes up, they are as quick to change the subject as humanly possible.
Well, we are. We're. I mean, she could probably overhear us going.
Well, no,
Yeah, I suppose there is that.
Well, like at the hotel, like Susato was like, "Let's go get some biscuits. Let's go, go, small child. Don't listen to this conversation."
Small child. I've forgotten your name for no particular reason. Don't ask why I'm sweating.
Not exactly something that troubled me. Something I'd been looking for.
Unless it's information about.
When I saw this report, when I saw the writing in it, I knew it was Daddy's.
There we are making that noise again.
It's gonna come out, isn't it? It's gonna come out.
We've left it so long.
With the writing.
Oh. Your father's writing? What do you really mean?
Iris? It must be something that's hard for her to talk about.
Forgive me for interrupting, my dear fellow.
Speaking
Guys, we're having a
changing
moment.
the subject. Pay it off!
Oh, gavel!
It's like.
What did I do?
I meant not you. I meant Sholmes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
No,
it
I
just-
meant
What did
Sholmes.
I do?
Sorry,
No,
Taylor.
no, sorry, Taylor.
For once, Taylor, it wasn't directed at you. It was the whole like, oh, hello, I can't help it. Will you shut off?
Go away!
Mr. Sholmes, what is it?
I couldn't help but overhear you trying to have this heartfelt moment, and I had to butt in because it wasn't. You simply weren't talking about me.
No, I was going to say, I can't help but notice you've changed topics all too quickly, my dear fellow, because the matter of recompense for my broken coffee cup has yet to be discussed.
There is that. There is that.
True.
I feel as though the poor unconscious gentleman on the settee has been somewhat forgotten.
Oh, he's fine. Oh! Father!
Perhaps we should find our guest somewhere more peaceful to rest.
I don't know, he looks
6
pretty
feet
peaceful.
Under, perhaps?
Yeah. What did you say, Dad?
6 feet under, perhaps?
Oof! Mr. Sholmes!
Well, I mean, he is
My
dead, is he
father.
not?
How do you know? Have you checked his pulse? No, actually.
No.
Actually, don't do that, because the last time you did that, you said Cosimo was dead, and he wasn't. So I don't trust your medical judgment.
I'm not sure that I appreciate these accusations, Mr. Sato. I don't care if they are correct.
Well, I do. That is my father and my only family.
Well, that's me told. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
Grab his feet.
would you be so kind as to lend him your bed? We must
Take
do.
him all the way up to the
Well,
attic.
I mean, of course, your room obviously is far more culturally appropriate.
Oh.
There will be elements that he recognizes far more readily than in my bedroom.
Oh, Jesus.
Would you be so kind as to lend him your bed? We must do our very best to make him comfortable, I feel.
Oh. Yes, of course. I'll help you carry him up.
So will I.
All right, then.
She
if you...
just fireman's lift
no.
him straight up the stairs. I don't need no man.
No, I can manage alone, thank you. You
then-
have tea to enjoy. And then he proceeds to fireman's lift.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say what we hear next is like a loud thump, 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 thump.
Yeah.
Literally just grabs him by the ankles and just drags him up like a corpse.
Are you sure you don't want my... No, I'm fine. Thump, thump, thump.
It's all good. Don't
Iris,
a thing.
Did you spill jam on the staircase? There seems to be a lot of red running down it.
No, that's simply the new carpet.
Aw.
Don't mind me.
We wouldn't want Iris's brew to stew, and to be fair, he is 100% right.
You're backing him on this.
If she's got tea bags in the teapot there, the longer you leave it, the stronger it's going to get.
It's true.
And if you leave it too long, a spoon will stand up in it, and you don't want it to. And at that point, you don't want it to be like that.
I mean, some people might like it like that.
I don't like it when my tea comes out like a thick syrup.
No, me neither.
That's not for me, thanks. Oh, wow, he took the music with him.
Wow.
Because there's no better way to make the professor comfortable than dragging him upstairs like a trunk.
Oh, we called it. Well, you called it, Taylor.
I wonder. Perhaps that was deliberate.
You think?
Maybe Mr. Sholmes is making himself scarce to give Iris the chance to talk more freely.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going to be hanging off this random nearby shelf, listening
It's like-
in.
or Sholmes is making himself scarce so that they don't
Yeah.
have to try and sort of question him about anything.
Maybe.
And then the periscope descends from the ceiling. like,
Yeah.
oh,
Mini
yes,
trumpet.
you're
Like-
completely alone down there. I can't hear a thing.
It's like, I was going to say, like, is it Harry Potter where they've got the listening devices that it's literally an ear on the end of like a thing?
It's Fred and George's like,
the
what?
listening thing. Did you just say the F word?
Fred and George.
Yeah, and I think you just went, and said it.
Yeah, no, I
I think
didn't
you
say.
did.
No, I did not.
We'll find out later in post-production.
I did not drop a swear-wee.
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 But yes, anyway, his newest invention, a literal ear on the end of a piece of string.
Yeah.
It's a listening device, of course.
Ew. We must use this opportunity to talk with Iris. And find out what's going on.
Okay.
still here, you know.
All right then. And then Rinosuke grabs her by the shoulders and just shakes her vigorously. Tell me!
What's going on? Time to interrogate the 10-year-old.
That's it. This just sounds
Your
so wrong.
daddy.
Ugh.
Would you like to tell us about it, Iris? About your father?
No, not really.
No, because you already know everything. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I'm sure I told you before, didn't I? That Daddy used to be Hurley's partner.
Used to be.
Yes. And the notes about all the cases they solved together are kept inside that metal chest. That's right. Hurley told me, you see. He said that Daddy's somewhere far away now. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. He said that Daddy's somewhere far away now, so we can't meet.
I think it was in Japan somewhere. That's one way of describing it.
Then, when I secretly unlocked the chest and read through the papers inside...
It said in big red letters, "Daddy's dead."
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, "What? But Hurley said that he's on vacation."
Stop it!
You said you went to a farm.
I started to build up a picture in my head of what Daddy must be like. She never met him then. Or she didn't remember.
Well,
I don't know.
that's only natural.
I mean, she is very young.
Yeah, true. You're just like any other girl of your age.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
I read that Daddy was a professor of medical science, so I studied and took my degree too.
As you do at that age.
Well, that's only natural, I suppose.
Why are you saying it like that, Bruno?
Oh, no reason.
In that respect, you're not quite like any other girl of your age, though.
No, because Susato saying it like it is.
But there was one thing that I could never find out.
Where Daddy is?
Daddy's name.
Huh?
Oh,
What?
Yes.
Ah!
Well, she knows that.
What? Okay. His name wasn't anywhere on the notes that he'd made about his work with Hurley. But then one day,
That's what happened, is it? When you saw this autopsy report, you finally managed to work it out. Is that right?
yes,
So it was the handwriting in the report that caught her eye.
I thought she knew that her dad was. It's John, right? Is it John?
Well, theoretically. We don't actually know definitively. That John H. Wilson was the one that was killed by assassin, but... I'm sorry,
Yeah, well-
assassin.
Well, at the very beginning, yeah, by Miss What's-Her-Face with the Carrare, right?
yeah,
Right, assassin.
Giselle Brett. Yes, but she under the pseudonym Giselle Brett. The first case of the
Yeah.
first game.
Right.
It was. I'm just checking. I'm remembering. It was John H. Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we don't.
I guess, like...
So have we just
'cause-
assumed that he's her
Well,
father then?
I guess because it depends on the timeline here, because, like, was it 2 years ago she took the papers? This has transpired within the year, I think?
No, I think
So
she
she
literally
would-
just took them. I think she just took them.
No, I'm sure they said it was, like...
No, she said
They
that
went... Because when Maria
Oh,
said
right,
that
yeah.
there was some
Hurley
papers
came to
missing.
visit with Iris, and I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So probably by the time Ryunosuke got there, she would have been aware that his name was John Wilson.
You would
Whereas
think.
now she's probably saying she didn't know before she took the papers
Oh,
what his name was.
What she's saying
Yes,
right now. Right, yeah, I see.
She's now...
Right.
Now she's got... Since she took that paper,
2
she
years
now
ago.
knows his name.
She has known for the last 2 years
Yeah,
what his
which
name
would
is.
coincide that she would know his name when Runo got there, because
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it's within a span of a year, this, with him being there. I think he's been in Britain for nearly a year, I think.
Well, you are the smart one, Sarah, so I'm inclined to trust you.
I think so. I think from what Makotaba said in the hotel, I think it's either been a year or not quite a year.
I can't quite
Because he
remember.
wants Ryunosuke to go back to Japan, and
Yeah.
he's like, "But I've not been here a year, barely been here a year, or I've not been here a year."
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, sorry, off track. And I saw the writing on that report. I could hardly believe it. I know that handwriting, I thought to myself.
In Sholmes' voice.
I know, I just
In-
realised.
In Sholmes' Iris's mental impression of Sholmes.
Because it was the same as the writing you'd seen on your father's case notes.
Exactly. I was desperate to compare the two properly. I needed to see them side by side. I asked the doctor in the laboratory, but I was told I couldn't take the report away. And even worse, I was told that the first and last time would be allowed to even look at it there.
I was told that was the
Oh,
first.
sorry.
Yeah.
And even worse, I was told that it was the first and last time we'd be allowed to even look at it there.
So you decided to steal it.
Well, we haven't invented photocopiers yet, so...
Borrowed is more of a word I'd use.
Yeah, I like that one. Borrowed without consent.
Permanently borrowed.
To be returned at an indeterminate time.
When I compared the autopsy report with the case notes I had here, there was no doubt. The handwriting was exactly the same. It was Daddy's. And the signature of the coroner at the bottom of the autopsy report.
Read Dr. John H. Wilson.
That's how I finally found out. I learnt Daddy's name at last.
I see.
Ever since then, I've called myself Iris Wilson.
Huh.
Huh.
God. Okay. And that's also when I had the brilliant idea of writing stories all about Daddy's exciting times with Hurley. I decided there and then that I'd write the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Oh, Iris. I had no idea the stories had quite such a deep personal significance for you.
I can see why the autopsy... I did it again. I can see why the autopsy report was so important to her now. And why she was prepared to break the law to get her hands on it.
She not...
I don't know yet. I'm presuming this
I'm
is
gonna
Sholmes.
guess it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must apologize, Iris. This is really all my fault.
I mean, yes, you would have been capable of telling her what his name was.
Hurley?
I made a promise, you see, that until the time was right, I'd keep the details about your father a secret.
I know. I've been very naughty. I'll take the autopsy report back to Dr. Gorey and apologise. I promise.
Oh, it's too late for that now.
Yes, we'll go together, I think.
Yes, I'll go too, for no reason.
Ben, let me look after it for you until we get there.
It absolutely will not at all become evidence in court.
Okay, let's have a little read of that
Let's have
before it goes away.
A little gander. Excuse me. Don't mind me, Iris. Just one sec.
Excuse me, Iris.
See, Klint Van Zeiks, male, 33, British, time of death, 31st of May, between 9 p.m. and midnight. Death from a single stab wound to the heart. Other superficial external wounds indicative of a duel. Recent scarlet ink stains visible on the little ring fingers of the right hand, but no document in corresponding ink was found.
So I wonder if he and Genshin dueled.
Scarlet ink on the little and ring fingers. Autopsy finding. Vital evidence recovered from the victim's stomach during autopsy. Credit to Inspector Gregson for petitioning so doggedly for the autopsy's procedure. No internal trauma noted anywhere in the body. John H. Wilson. No mention of what the evidence is, though.
No.
Interesting. Do you think he ate Genshin's? Oh no, because he wrote it after. I think he's swallowed some paperwork that hides something.
Well, he's obviously swallowed something. The question is what?
I must get and water my herbs, I think. I'll see you all later.
Poor Iris. She must be feeling awful.
Just wait till we tell her the bad news.
Or he's not her dad.
There is that too.
Oh my God.
I know Mr. Sholmes is here for her, but still.
Because I suppose the thing is yeah, she's basing the idea that the handwriting was his and that it was signed John H. Wilson, but there's nothing to say that he wrote it and then someone else signed it or something. I mean, I guess.
The fact that, they're saying and then I started calling myself Iris Wilson. It's like.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she didn't even know her name before.
Yes.
It is quite.
Oh my God, what is going on?
It is quite wild. We'll see.
How?
Oh, okay.
Oh, what she spotted. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Sholmes?
Mr. Sholmes?
Oh, dear me. So, you've noticed, I see.
But that would mean...
What on earth's the matter, Miss Susato? You've turned as white as a sheet. I really like using that phrase.
We've not noticed. We've not noticed either.
Is this autopsy report, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, from 10 years ago.
Yes, we were just looking at it.
The writing isn't Dr. Wilson's at all.
Oh, suspicious.
Oh, it's her dad's. It's Eugen's.
Because he was a coroner. Because he wasn't he? Or he was super interested in it or
he was
something.
interested in...
Wait a second.
No, he was assisting. He was the second assistant. Because, what's her face? Gory's mom.
Yeah.
My future mother-in-law. She's was the third assistant.
Courtney Side.
Yeah.
That one.
But she wasn't Side.
No.
She was Courtney something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Huh? What do you mean? How could you possibly know that?
Because I know this writing very well. This writing is my father's.
Aha!
Oh my
I
goodness.
called it!
What is going on?
What? Professor Makotabus?
Indeed. It's true. And now you know, my dear fellow.
But that means he's been the one that's writing all of the case files. Because Iris compared it against the notes. So Eugen has been the one writing all of the notes the entire time? What?
And that would be that's why he'd have the manuscript on his desk when Susato found it. If that's the case, it makes sense why it's there if he's writing them. Oh
my god! What the hell?
This plot is getting dummy thick.
Dummy thick. It's like you could stand your spoon up in this.
No, I don't know anything. What on earth does all of this mean, Mr. I don't know why I'm asking you.
Because you don't know anything.
Because the idea that's slowly forming in my mind, it's just too extraordinary to believe. Please, you have to explain.
Later.
Yeah.
No, now!
So, this autopsy report was actually penned by Professor Mikotoba then? But that makes no sense! It's not possible, surely!
Not possible? My dear fellow. Pray, take a deep breath and think again.
Yes, you're right. In some ways, it actually makes a great deal of sense.
Oh, we've lost him.
Taylor's gone.
Taylor. Oh, he was taking a
Oh
deep
my
breath.
god. Taylor, I thought we were having more technical issues. Like, for God's sake.
I thought he died.
He said to take a deep breath and
I
think.
thought the caller dropped or something when you did that.
It does.
10 years ago is when my father returned to Japan after his extended study tour in Britain.
And prior to his return, where was Dr. Mikotoba engaged?
Ah, of course. He was an assistant in Dr. Wilson's laboratory, learning about forensic science.
And as an assistant, he would have aided with the dissection work, making detailed notes, which would be assembled into the full autopsy report. Once the work was complete, the head coroner would check the contents and put his signature on the document.
In other words, the only writing of Dr. Wilson's in the report would be his signature at the end.
Okay, so hang on. I just need to... Wait. If Iris... Random thought. Iris said she recognized that writing as being her father's handwriting. Now, I know we could just say, well, she's only ever seen those case notes and so that's why she thinks it. But also, if that isn't relevant and she's seen the writing before, does that mean there's a possibility that Dr. Mikotoba is Iris's father as well? I'm not saying...
Maybe.
Interesting. I don't know. Like, again, Did you say this one, Sarah? Sorry, the gears in my head were turning. Would you mind just saying
I
it
can
again?
say it again. I think I did, but...
In other words, the only writing of Dr. Wilson's in the report would be his signature at the end.
I see. So Iris got the wrong end of the stick, you mean? She saw that and assumed the whole report had been written by Dr. John H. Wilson.
Which is very understandable, of course.
What a complicated situation.
God.
It is curious, though.
Thinking about it, most of what we know about you, Mr. Sholmes, comes from the published stories of your exploits.
Yes, The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, written by Iris.
And we really have no way of knowing what's fact and what's fiction.
I'm not entirely sure that I like the direction that this is headed, Mr. Naruhodo. Glare. Most troubling for you, my dear fellow, I'm sure.
So, what about the supposed partner of yours? Did he really exist or not?
Ah, you've come straight to the point, I see.
And please come straight to the answer.
Well, perhaps after my logic and reasoning spectacular...
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't.
Mr. Susato, what were those first things you said?
I believe Iris explained it in one of her installments. He was a trusted comrade, and the only person I could truly have called a friend.
Ouch!
And did this partner of yours truly make a record of all of your cases? Are his notes really stored inside that metal chest?
Absolutely, my dear madam. Absolutely.
So, where's your partner now?
We rarely meet. You see, he lives on the other side of the world.
But if this autopsy report and the records of all your old cases were penned by the same hand, and if the autopsy report... Oh my God, Eugene was Wilson the entire time!
Yeah.
And if the autopsy report was written, though not signed by your famous partner...
Wait, just hold on a fucking minute.
Whoa!
If he was... I don't care, I've gavelled it. Wait, so... But he died. Like, we killed it. Well, not we. Sorry. He was...
No! It was Makotoba the whole time!
So no,
Makotoba was his...
No, that's what I'm saying. So in the first case, what the hell happened? So...
Oh, do you think...
It was a case of mistaken identity!
Yeah. Do you think...
She tried to kill Wilson because that was his pseudonym. He used the pseudonym of a respected British doctor, and she tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Which would explain why he wanted Susato to come back, because he was worried that she would get wrapped up into it because of all of his, Holy moly.
Yeah. It's... Yeah, and his name isn't on the list or anything, the hit list. And it's like, if he's used that name, he'd be, obviously, if somebody else is called John Wilson...
Right, because John Wilson is a very generic name. Eugene Makotoba is not, which would potentially make him Iris's real father.
Yeah, so... Well, I guess... Let's advance the text and see how much of this gets confirmed in just a moment.
By your famous... there would be only one logical conclusion.
Pray, impress me.
Your partner would have to be Eugene Makotoba. In other words, Miss Susato's father.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all.
God!
Talk about pulling the rug out from under you. Like, just...
Susato's like, you mean to tell me my father this entire time was assistant to the great Sherlock Sholmes and he didn't think to tell me?
Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes?
You are coming along wonderfully. You have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction.
You mean to say...
I can neither confirm nor deny, however. Allow me to introduce you.
And of course he looks a bit like him as well,
Well,
with
that's
the
what I
bowler
meant,
hat and
yeah.
everything.
And that's what I meant at the beginning.
What?
To my great friend... I'm sorry, hang on. This is a bit...
What the hell is going on?
My smooth brain is taking a minute to adjust. To my great friend and partner, Makotoba.
Father, you have
Professor
some explaining to do.
Makotoba!
Oh, wow, Susato's gonna be miffed.
So Iris potentially is...
She could be.
like his daughter.
Which means she's just punched out her own father.
And Susato and her are potentially like stepsisters or sisters/stepsisters. That's cute.
Does this mean that you're the real Dr. Wilson?
Oh, no. My dear, I'm still my old self, Yujin Makotoba. Your father.
You won't be for much longer unless you start talking right now. Of course.
This is obviously too much for Susato-san to take in.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's a
Me
bit mu-
both.
it's a bit
Taylor,
much
you
first.
shush. Phrasing. But
Not
yes,
right now.
me too.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, me three.
Jesus Christ.
I must say, though, how my old friend has attained worldwide celebrity as a great mystery solver is the greatest mystery of all.
I still remember the first time we met. Ah, pray, remind me, when was it again, Makotoba?
16 years ago, Sholmes.
Ah, and how old is Susato?
16.
Ah, yes, quite. 16 years ago. And now, Ryunosuke, Naruhodo, what are you doing?
She did say that, like, he was away.
10, not 16.
No, Susato.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
she said like she was just a baby. Like I don't think she didn't meet him till later on, and she was kind of a bit like, "Who are you?"
A
I think
wee-
she
a wee
was a
bairn.
wee bairn, yeah.
Ah, yes.
Eugene, you naughty man.
Quite. 16 years ago.
I just arrived from Japan with Seishiro and Genshin. I was in search of lodgings close to the hospital. Some comfortable rooms at a reasonable price.
But rents are devilishly high in that particular area.
Yes, that's right. So I decided I needed someone to share lodgings and the expense.
Which is actually how the opening bit of the Sherlock Holmes story starts.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
first case, that's what Wilson is doing.
It's
Yeah.
almost
Or
like
Watson.
it's almost like the story is slightly inspired by it somehow.
I just...
Now, children.
I was just excited because I remembered the thing from the book. Leave me alone.
You've just squashed him.
I'm sorry.
Or should
Me.
And is fortunate enough to be introduced to Sholmes, who found himself in a similar situation.
I was a callow fellow back then, a mere shadow of the great detective you see before you now.
Somehow I can't believe that, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm going to pretend that I couldn't hear you. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory at the time. Now, I said that in a really weird way. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory at the time, indulging my curiosities for little gain.
And the situation of our cohabitation led to us perusing cases together.
Pursuing.
I don't know why I said perusing. Pursuing cases together, you see? Hard to believe. It was a mere 6 years. We had a great
And
many adventures.
6 years, and Iris is 10. So he was naughty before he went back to Japan.
Oh dear.
But in the last year of Makotoba's stay in Britain, that most infamous of cases presented itself. The case in which you've become rather familiar yourselves. The prosecutor killings. I mean,
sake.
professor killings.
After the trial, Seishiro and I were summoned back home.
Hardly surprising, given the circumstances.
So there you have it. Mind's blown. And as you know, all the details recorded by my trusty chronicler remain in that metal chest. I suppose that
This is just amazing.
Sholmes did keep buggering off, didn't he, as well?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Professor Makotoba really is Mr. Sholmes' famous partner.
Yeah, I expect when it dawns on Susato, she's going to be like flapping about like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Mhm.
Or she's going to be cross. I can't tell which.
Mm. Uh-oh. Susato takedown.
How do we... what do we...
She just throws Ryunosuke.
Yeah.
Yes, because she needs to take out her frustration somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's going to react. Is she going to be like a firework of like excitement, or is it going to be like, how could you do this?
Maybe.
I can't believe you've done this.
I don't know what happened to her mother, so.
That's also true.
Father,
Oh no.
Oh.
Father, start running.
Goodness, my dear, what a cutting look.
as your daughter, I am very proud to learn that you were the great detective's great partner.
Oh, I suspect that a rollicking is
But
coming.
I'm waiting for a but.
But nevertheless, there's another mystery that I really must ask you to explain now.
And that is?
You know very well what it is. The unresolved matter of Iris's father.
Ah! Of course, I'd almost forgotten about that one.
Will you
not
keep
over
up,
here.
Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh,
Well,
Eugene, Eugene, you
Yes,
little,
well,
you dark horse, you.
when in Britain, and I was a younger man back then.
I was...
Look what happened
Well,
to
I had a
Britain
thing for
stays in
pink
Britain.
hair. I had only ever seen black hair in Japan, and so...
It was recommended that I sow the royal oats, so to speak.
No!
Father!
I should have seen this coming, I suppose.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh boy.
Iris told us that all the notes about the great detective's adventures are in that metal chest. That are in that metal chest. Were written by her father. Isn't that correct, Mr. Sholmes?
Oh, I'm
I'm
staying out of this one, my dear.
Don't
That-
involve me.
That is indeed what I told young Iris.
But if you're Mr. Sholmes' partner, father, and you wrote all of those case notes, then Iris's father must be you.
Oh!
Oh.
Upon my word, Miss Susato. I don't know why I've decided to use this turn of phrase that I've never used this beforehand.
Oh my god.
You are coming along wonderfully as well. You, too, have hit upon the method at last.
Oh, you've got some explaining to do, Eugene, my boy.
You finally grasped the art of deduction.
Oh.
What?
Oh wait, no, is he throwing him under the bus?
What you've always told me, father, is that my mother died when I was born 16 years ago. And you left me in grandmother's care whilst you embarked on your study tour of Britain. And now I know that you've been sowing your oats elsewhere. And I've always accepted that. But all this about Iris.
Ooh, there it is. Susato-san's ice-cold stare.
Ryunosuke backs away.
Yeah. I'm not getting a
he's
Susato takedown for
it's like,
this.
I'm just going to come out of the range.
Now, hold on a minute. It was very complicated.
You better make it very
I
easy
mean,
to explain,
it's
father.
really not what you think.
Then perhaps you'd like to explain exactly
no!
what it is.
Oh my god.
There it is. Now the eyes go from ice-cold to red-hot just before she...
No, really, you've got the wrong end of the stick. Sholmes, say something, man.
Brace yourself.
Oh,
quick,
I'll get
quick.
my coat. That's quite enough, my fiery fellow.
Oh, it is not. It is not.
Mr. Sholmes, I swear to Lord in heaven, if you keep us from knowing the answer right here and now, I am going to scream so loudly.
That they'll hear me in Britain.
Mr. Sholmes, when did he get all dressed up?
Whilst I don't like to interrupt this exciting exploration of the past, this exciting exploration of the past, Mick Oatborough and I have an urgent matter
You sit your butt down.
that requires a short excursion and cannot be delayed further.
But it's very late, Mr. Sholmes. Where must you go?
That is a secret that I know and you don't need to find out. Why, my dear madam, is that not obvious?
My partner and I must pursue our natural enemies. So, get your coat, Mikotoba. The game is afoot.
But Sholmes, I really must give Susato a full explanation.
Yes,
Yes, I
along
think
with
you
the
should.
people playing this game.
Oh!
Later, my dear fellow, later. Our carriage awaits downstairs already. I wondered when this theme was going to come in.
If that son of a gun dies now, I swear to God!
Oh no.
I'm making, you can't see it, but I'm making strangling motions at the screen.
Shows.
You haven't changed one iota, have you? I mean, really. I visit our home after 10 long years. And when I open that chest in a fit of nostalgia, I quite inexplicably pass out.
You know, this is time you could be using to provide an explanation before you run.
And if that wasn't enough, when I eventually regain consciousness, I'm plunged straight into all of this.
Father, please. Go with Mr. Sholmes now.
Miss
Susato! No! No! You deserve to know!
What?
I've no doubt that whatever happened, you were acting in everyone's best interests. I trust you.
Particularly Mr. Johnson.
I trust you. Completely.
Susato.
And sending the great detective and his great partner off on renewed adventures together. It's more than I could have hoped for in my wildest dreams.
They were never heard from again.
Very well, then. We'll speak again later.
Definitely. There's no way I'm going to perish before this.
Oh, jeez.
So, I believe your own work is done for the day. I wish you the best of luck for tomorrow.
Yes, Naruto. Good luck in battle. And in reaching a decision.
A decision? About whether to go back to Japan, I suppose.
Oh my God!
So much happened that day that I barely knew what to do with myself. It would only be later that I'd come to realize how amidst the chaos I'd unleashed were all the clues I needed to finally unearth the truth. And that all the turmoil was necessary to give me the resolve, the Great Ace Attorney 2 resolve, to see everything through.
Dang.
This just got
Oh,
heavy.
man!
This just got heavy, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Have we finally hit case 5?
Oh my God! Please say we have. Yes!
There it is, the achievement.
There's the achievable.
That you guys can't see, but
Yeah.
we just got an achievement.
Oh my God!
And again, we lead off into this one by saying, and now it will be the longest, most drawn-out case of my entire career.
All right.
Final chapter!
Oh my
That's it.
God!
Oh, shnikes!
Okay.
Wait,
All
what's
right,
the one
everyone.
after that?
No, that's the
That's
first
the first one. With
Oh.
Ray and sexy Susato as a man.
one. Sexy Ryotaro.
Yes.
Well, cute Ryotaro. Not,
Cute Ryotaro,
Not sexy.
yes.
Ray, remember me.
Remember me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Let's do it.
Ooh, it's a big moment, guys.
Stop wasting time. Yes.
Oh, and we're going to have to find out next time.
Shut up.
Excited.
Oh, no cutscene.
Straight in.
Okay. I was expecting a cutscene.
Yeah, I was. Straight in. Oh boy.
Oh, the music. It's changed. I think. Or has it?
Not sure.
It's slower.
So, the time's finally come.
Like it's more intense.
Yeah.
As someone who has the soundtrack, I think this is the secret trial theme, which is quiet. I don't know why it's called the secret trial though. That might be a spoiler. I hope not.
Today, we unravel everything.
Oh dear.
I don't like that. Poor Susato.
I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Miss Susato.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh,
Oh
okay.
dear.
I mean, it is kind of. She's had a bit of a big pill to
Yeah,
swallow, hasn't she?
true,
I mean,
yeah.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like-
it was pretty much the size of the Butterfield diet pill.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It's like a basketball.
Miss Susato?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, what's the matter, Mr. Naruto?
Oh, gee, I can't think. My head.
Owie. Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but
Now I'll need it more than ever as I can't stand up.
I'm so sorry. Of course, I know I could be rather incompetent at times, but
no,
Susato,
Miss Susato, you're doing the same thing as Sarah, where in spite of the fact that you're probably the most valuable asset I have, you're insisting that you're not useful. Also, my spine, I think, is broken.
I just
well,
love.
I feel called out.
I like how. What amuses me is how you take offense. It's like, for God's sake. But
I
it just.
told you I can't read sarcasm.
There is no sarcasm.
That was not sarcasm.
Are
That
you
is just
sure?
the truth.
I guess you're not kidding. You definitely can't read
I
sarcasm
don't
because you
know
can't tell when
anymore.
something isn't sarcastic. No,
Because you're like
it's the truth.
Go
you're
away.
probably the best actor, and then you also are very, very clever.
So,
But you're like, I'm a burden.
but I just love
Stop this.
to just sort of pull this away from making Sarah feel uncomfortable. I do find it amusing that Susato's like, I know I can be rather incompetent at times, and it's like, when have you ever been
I
incompetent?
know. She's like, there's the little book, all the case notes neatly lined out, and da.
It's just crazy.
It's almost like sometimes people who are very intelligent or who are good at things like to say that they're not because they try to remain humble.
Shut up, you.
But don't worry, Sarah, we don't know anyone like that at all.
No,
It's fine.
we don't.
Can we stop the bullying segment now?
This isn't bullying!
Leave me alone.
This isn't bullying!
No,
It is to
the
me.
complimenting segment. You mean?
No, bullying.
That's the thing. When someone confuses compliments with bullying, it's like, yes.
Stop drawing attention.
She just
I
doesn't.
shan't let you down.
She's just frightened that if we keep drawing attention to it, there's going to be another sea of
I
hashtags.
really don't need this. Stop it.
Hashtag we love Sarah.
Ah! If only hashtags meant something on YouTube, right?
Stop. I shan't let you down.
Oh, no. Would you mind helping me to my feet then?
Oh dear. I'm really very sorry. I think I broke something.
Susato-san isn't her usual self at all.
What, you think?
So I think I can see why.
I guess this is the recap for if you've decided to start on case 5 for some reason. You fool.
But that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She's just found out that her father is the partner of a world-famous detective. Not to mention...
Good morning, sir. Hello. There he is.
Lord Van Zeiks!
There's the hot-blooded male.
Thank you for all your efforts yesterday.
What? Did I hear that correctly?
I didn't. I could take it back.
Did I stutter?
What?
No, nothing. Just, I hope we could clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says, I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today.
Mr. Naruto, I suggest you stop talking.
In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday.
Something tells me you're probably thinking that, why am I being so jovial? That I have a face that says I hate you. But actually...
Lord Van Zeiks isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruto. And she says it out loud. Oops.
Good point.
well, yes.
I see your attitude to me hasn't changed.
The Reaper. I suppose in hindsight, I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged.
Huh?
It was my tacit acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend that led to all this.
But you're not to blame for that, Lord Van Zeiks.
It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it? I say, providing expository clarification, even though you would very well know the reason for why you had done the thing.
To be frank, I'm not sure that was the sole reason.
I thought you were Lord Van Zeiks.
Doesn't mean I know everything.
Did I say something incorrectly? Did I?
To be frank.
Oh, for God's sake!
You
Get
nearly
I
dropped an F-bomb there.
I wanted to, yes.
What do you mean?
There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother.
Ghost or actually your brother?
Yes, because let's not forget that Sarah has predicted that it might actually be that Klint is alive the entire time.
I mean, yeah, it's a wild theory, but
Sarah?
It's
We'll
just
see.
it's just a theory,
I
a
feel-
game theory.
I feel like no, I
Thanks
feel
for
like it's always
watching.
been my theory, even though it's so outlandish, and then it winds up being correct,
Look,
completely correct.
I will
I
say
made one
she-
about the professor's identity,
Sarah-
and that was wild.
Sarah made what? Yeah, that there was one theory.
wasn't right.
Again, I don't remember which one it is. If she says it's the professor one, I'll believe it. I can't remember, but there was one that was freaking out there. Like
Yeah.
it was quite something. So and
yeah.
because I remember her saying to me like, well, I don't know if it's too obvious, but and then she proceeded to explain the most wild theory in the world that's just like it's definitely not obvious.
Yeah. So that one
was
wrong.
interesting.
That one was
On the other
wrong.
hand,
Everything
if it
else
wasn't
has
for
been
Sarah,
right, though.
we'd still be playing the
first
friggin'
case.
Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright with stuck on the mud on the bottom of the milk bucket.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod to wield a deadly blade of justice, where I, by dint of the law, could not.
honestly, that's a pretty cool thing to have said about
Yes,
you behind your back as I think about
Yeah,
it.
they should make a story about that, or a video game.
Yes, we've heard that story too.
When I lost him. On the smolder. I felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel his absence a little less keenly.
Poor Fancy.
Even if I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public.
It was obviously extremely important to you, Lord Klint Van Zeiks.
Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today.
I never thought I'd say this, but I can see it in your eyes. That burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. I've seen it many times. I can't deny it any longer.
I love you.
You are a lawyer of absolute integrity.
Aw.
And after saying that,
Aw.
I also feel that there is a burning sensation in my chest. My heart, it calls out to you.
I chip this. I chip this.
I'm sure. Thank you.
I like that.
No. I was gonna say, I'm sure that's a pretty common thing, but then the thought died.
Oh, it's like, I'm sure.
It wasn't so much. It wasn't so much Taylor. I don't think it was Taylor taking the Mickey so much as Taylor's own brain failing him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. No.
Sarah is a woman of culture, and in her free time, she likes to write guy-on-guy fan fiction about all of the characters. Her collection even rivals mine own.
Oh, well, that's the highest compliment coming from Hifumi Yamada.
Hifumi.
Hifumi is one of the few good things to come from Danganronpa, and I will die on that hill.
I will say one thing. He is one of the few good things to come from our playthrough of Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Because he is generally a detestable character.
Yeah.
And yet...
He was brought to life.
We did him proud.
Thank you.
Now, tell me, why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air?
But why does he
Oh.
Oh! Iris, when did you get here?
I brought you one of my special blends.
Oh, thank you, your ladyship.
Gregsy, aren't you dead? Hurley loves it. It says it helps him to clear his head. Oh, hello.
I thank you.
Oh.
This is weird.
That's surely the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this. You seem different today, Iris.
Oh?
Because I want to come to court and find out all of the juicy details.
Yeah.
Sort of subdued, I suppose.
Does she?
Oh, I guess.
I am not.
Ah, that's also like Sarah. Sarah, you seem like you're off today. I am not.
Taylor.
Sarah, you...
Taylor, let us get in the flipping courtroom before we have to end the episode.
What
For
happened
God's sake.
yesterday
You can
is
bully me
obviously
later.
Still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Zeiks' laboratory.
All right, then.
God.
Good luck to you both. I have to make a move now. Renosuke.
Is she going to go and shoot Sholmes?
Yeah. Oh, you're not staying?
Or is she going to back them up?
Maybe.
I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings.
Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready.
Get ready? For what?
Well, you know, all the fireworks when you finish the game.
Oh, yes. Would you take this?
No.
Oh.
It's very cute. I want one.
Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that's usually dangling from your knapsack?
Yes, it's a lucky charm. A little Hurley I made once.
Oh. Does it have to be the Herlock one?
Oh, Hurley.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Hurley? It looks more like a Hurley to me.
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can.
But I don't want to break them
It's
off.
actually a voodoo doll.
What? Pull his ears? What is it, a smoke bomb?
That's right. It's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it.
What? All right then.
She like puts some sort of like thing inside.
Smoke bomb.
You think what we'll need is luck?
But what will we need?
Are you gonna end it?
Are we gonna go? I don't know.
was waiting to get into court.
I mean,
I know it's a
We're
little bit
already
longer.
3 minutes over.
are we?
Yeah. I kind of wanted to just let us get into the courtroom
All right.
first.
All right. All right.
Yay!
You think?
1 hour later. Guys,
Don't make
I'm
me
reminded
regret
of what
this.
happened on the last episode of Layton versus Phoenix
Yeah, but the
Wright.
difference. But that game doesn't let you save it whenever you
No,
want. That's the
no.
difference.
You think what we'll need is luck?
I just need to peek inside the courtroom.
They all have pitchforks and torches.
Oh,
It-
see now.
It seemed very different to normal.
But
All
why
right,
is it
all
different to
right.
normal?
All right, Mr. Poopy Pants, I guess.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just so perfect.
All right, okay.
Why is it different? We don't know,
No.
and we ain't gonna know until next time.
Oh,
I'm so
why would you do
I am
this?
sorry, but I'm also not sorry because it does seem like an appropriate place to hold it. Because it's
Fine.
called building excitement and anticipation.
Fine. If you do like what we do and you do want to find out why the courtroom seems different to normal, then please consider giving us a like, subscribing to the channel, ring the notification bell, and you'll be notified of the next episode when it uploads on Wednesday. And on Saturdays, you can catch the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright playthrough.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we've also got some other videos up, so go check them out. Give them a watch if you want to look at something else.
Tell your
that we've
friends,
done.
tell your family, tell
Yeah.
you everybody.
Tell everyone, tell
And-
the world.
And with that, we'll catch you in the next one, everybody.
Bye.
My mind is too blown to have a pithy comment, so remember to have a good week, everybody, because you never know who you might be related to or who might be a world-famous detective's assistant.